Our planet, Earth, a blue oasis teeming with life. From the towering redwoods to the microscopic bacteria, life is everywhere. But have you ever wondered how it all began? How did this incredible tapestry of life come to be? It's a question that has fascinated scientists and philosophers for centuries. Billions of years ago, our planet was a very different place. It was a hot, volatile world with a toxic atmosphere. Yet somewhere in this primordial soup, life emerged. It's a story that stretches back almost 4 billion years, a story of microscopic beginnings that gave rise to the incredible diversity we see today. Join me now on a journey through time, as we trace the epic tale of life's origins. From single-celled organisms to the complex creatures we know today, it's a story of innovation, adaptation, and survival against all odds. Get ready to explore the wonders of biology and evolution as we delve into the remarkable journey that is life on Earth. Our story begins with the simplest of life forms, prokaryotes. These single-celled organisms were the first inhabitants of our planet, tiny pioneers that thrived in Earth's early oceans. They were incredibly simple, lacking the complex structures found in the cells of plants and animals today. But despite their simplicity, these early prokaryotes were remarkably successful. Their descendants still teem in every corner of our planet. But how did these first life forms arise from the primordial soup? Scientists believe that the answer may lie in a molecule called RNA. RNA, like its close cousin DNA, can carry genetic information. But unlike DNA, RNA is much simpler, and can also act as an enzyme, facilitating chemical reactions within the cell. This has led to the intriguing idea of an RNA world, a time in early Earth's history when RNA served as both the blueprint of life and the machinery that made life possible. Imagine a world where simple RNA molecules replicating and evolving in the primordial soup gave rise to the first primitive cells. These early cells were likely powered by simple chemical reactions, absorbing energy from their surroundings. It was a rudimentary existence, but it was a start. The stage was set for the evolution of more complex life forms, and over the eons, life would paint its masterpiece on the canvas of our planet. As prokaryotes flourished in Earth's early oceans, a revolution was brewing. Some of these single-celled organisms evolved a remarkable new ability: photosynthesis. Using energy from the sun, these pioneering life forms, known as cyanobacteria, could convert carbon dioxide and water into sugars, releasing oxygen as a byproduct. This newfound ability to harness the power of the sun would have profound consequences for the planet. Over millions of years, cyanobacteria released vast quantities of oxygen into the atmosphere, transforming Earth's environment. This period, known as the Great Oxygenation Event, was a turning point in our planet's history. Imagine the Earth before this event, a world with little to no oxygen in the atmosphere. The rise of photosynthesis dramatically changed this, flooding the atmosphere with oxygen. This had both positive and negative consequences for life on Earth. For some organisms, oxygen was toxic, and this dramatic shift in the atmosphere led to their extinction. But for others, oxygen presented an opportunity. Oxygen could be used to generate energy in a much more efficient way, paving the way for the evolution of larger, more complex life forms. With oxygen now present in the atmosphere, the stage was set for the next major leap in the evolution of life: the emergence of eukaryotes. Eukaryotic cells, unlike their prokaryotic counterparts, are larger and more complex. They possess a true nucleus, a membrane-bound compartment that houses their DNA, as well as other specialized structures called organelles that perform specific functions within the cell. The evolution of eukaryotes is thought to have occurred through a process called endosymbiosis. This theory proposes that one prokaryotic cell engulfed another, forming a symbiotic relationship. Over time, this partnership became so intertwined that the two cells became a single, more complex organism. The evidence for this theory is striking. Mitochondria, the powerhouses of eukaryotic cells, and chloroplasts, the sites of photosynthesis in plants and algae, both have their own DNA, separate from the cell's nucleus. This DNA is remarkably similar to that of bacteria, lending strong support to the idea that these organelles were once free-living prokaryotes. The emergence of eukaryotes marked a major transition in the history of life. These more complex cells paved the way for even greater diversity and complexity in the forms that life would take, setting the stage for the evolution of multicellular organisms. For billions of years, life on Earth was exclusively unicellular, but, around 600 million years ago, something remarkable happened. Cells began to cooperate, forming colonies and eventually true multicellular organisms. This transition from single-celled individuals to multicellular life was a pivotal moment in evolution, opening up a wealth of new possibilities. The advantages of multicellularity are, honestly, pretty numerous. By working together, cells could specialize, taking on specific tasks within the organism. This division of labor led to greater efficiency and allowed organisms to grow larger and more complex. Multicellularity also provided protection from predators and environmental stresses. Imagine a group of single-celled organisms coming together. Some cells might specialize in gathering food while others focus on defense or reproduction. This division of labor creates a more efficient and resilient organism. The first multicellular organisms were relatively simple, resembling sponges or jellyfish. But over time, these early pioneers gave rise to an astonishing diversity of forms, from fungi and plants to animals and humans. The first multicellular organisms were relatively simple, but they paved the way for the incredible diversity of life we see today. With the emergence of multicellular life, the stage was set for an explosion of diversity. Over millions of years, life branched out, exploring every nook and cranny of our planet. From the depths of the oceans to the highest mountain peaks, life adapted to every conceivable environment. This diversification of life was driven by the forces of natural selection. Organisms with traits that gave them an advantage in their environment were more likely to survive and reproduce, passing on their advantageous traits to their offspring. Over time, this process of natural selection led to the evolution of new species, each adapted to its particular niche. The fossil record provides a stunning testament to this diversification of life. From the bizarre creatures of the Cambrian explosion to the majestic dinosaurs of the Mesozoic era, the history of life is a tale of constant change and adaptation. The story of life's diversification is still being written today. New species are being discovered all the time, and scientists are constantly learning more about the interconnectedness of all life on Earth. Underlying this incredible diversity of life is a common thread: DNA. This remarkable molecule, found in the heart of every cell, carries the genetic instructions that dictate an organism's traits and characteristics. DNA is often called the blueprint of life because it contains all the information needed to build and maintain a living organism. The structure of DNA is beautifully simple yet incredibly powerful. It consists of two long strands twisted around each other to form a double helix. Each strand is made up of a sequence of 4 chemical building blocks called nucleotides: adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. The sequence of these nucleotides acts as a code, much like the letters in a language, carrying the instructions for building proteins, the workhorses of the cell. Proteins carry out a vast array of functions, from catalyzing chemical reactions to transporting molecules and providing structural support. The discovery of DNA and its role in heredity is one of the most important scientific breakthroughs of all time. It has revolutionized our understanding of life and has had a profound impact on fields as diverse as medicine, agriculture, and forensics. As we marvel at the diversity of life on Earth, it's important to remember that we are all connected. Every living thing, from the smallest bacterium to the largest whale, shares a common ancestor, a single-celled organism that lived billions of years ago. This shared ancestry is evident in the similarities we see across all life forms. All living organisms are made up of cells, use DNA as their genetic material, and rely on the same basic metabolic processes to survive. These shared features are a testament to our common evolutionary history. Think about the incredible journey life has taken, from those first single-celled organisms to the complex web of life we see today. We are part of this grand story, connected to all other living things by an unbroken thread that stretches back through time. Understanding our connection to all life on Earth fosters a sense of wonder and responsibility. It reminds us that we are part of something much larger than ourselves, and that we have a duty to protect the biodiversity of our planet. The story of life's origins is not just a fascinating tale of the past, it's a journey that holds profound significance for our present and future. Understanding where we came from, and how life has evolved over billions of years, provides us with invaluable insights into the workings of our planet and ourselves. By studying the history of life, we gain a deeper appreciation for the interconnectedness of all living things and the delicate balance of Earth's ecosystems. This knowledge is crucial for addressing the environmental challenges we face today, such as climate change, habitat loss, and biodiversity decline. Furthermore, exploring the origins of life has implications for searching for life beyond Earth. By understanding the conditions that gave rise to life on our planet, we can narrow our search for potentially habitable worlds and extraterrestrial life. The quest to understand our origins is a journey of discovery, one that continues to captivate and inspire us. By unraveling the mysteries of life's beginnings, we gain a deeper understanding of our place in the universe and the preciousness of the living world around us.